Okay, right, well, this was going to be an unboxing, but yes, curiosity got the better of me, and I had to open it and take it for a ride. But what I'd go through is the Ranger X1 and just show you a couple of things. Specifically, we've got the new remote, we've got the fast charger and other things, and then I'll just go through the board as we go along. Then we'll take it out for a ride. Then I'll give you sort of my opinion. Okay, first things first, obviously all taken out of the box. We've got the first thing, which is the Backfire Ranger X1. Tells you what to do and how to do it, and warns you should be wearing a helmet and all the rest of it. Then we've got an update to, because that looks like the old remote, so that's it. Then we've got the guarantee card, and then we've got the yes, you could die if you ride this. Okay, a little bit of background. I think anybody that buys an electric skateboard, they're obviously great fun, but also they are an electrical, personal vehicle. But whatever reason you buy one, you need to buy the one that fits your needs. Now, the reason why I chose the Ranger, I live in Thailand, and specifically Bangkok, and the roads here are not great. In fact, I doubt very much that I will ever use this mode of transport in Bangkok itself. I don't get a lot of respect in my car. I certainly don't get a lot of respect on my motorbike. I think I would get even less on an electric skateboard. I think it's also illegal to ride them on the pavement in Bangkok, or maybe in Thailand. I don't really know, but you're going to get picked up by the police. They can spot one of these from a mile away, and yeah, they'll probably come after you. Second thing is, I wanted a big tires because the majority of my time is spent out in the middle of nowhere doing photography with my VW. So I wanted something that would help me with my photography, and also I thought I would be going over rough trails and roads and all the rest of it. Then it became apparent of what board I would like. I'm not going to buy a boosted board. A, they're too much, and I think the tax alone would kill me. So I started looking at the all-terrain boards. The reason I chose the Backfire one, did a lot of research online, watched lots of videos. However, it has to be said that a number of the videos, or the number of the people that are reviewing skateboards on YouTube, I gotta say, I don't believe 99% of them. There's a couple of guys that basically every board they get is, wow, this is the best board ever. And I doubt very much if it is the best board ever, but I'm sure that they've basically just taken a backhander or something along those lines. So I did a lot of research. The guy that I basically thought did a very good, honest review was Press Reset, who seems to know his stuff, and he seems to be very honest about the reviews. So he persuaded me an awful lot in terms of where I would go for my board, and I ended up with the Backfire mainly because I ordered it on February the 19th. It was delivered on February the 26th, I believe. And there were no shipping fees, and more importantly, there were no taxes or import duties, which is very good. So the price you pay on the website, that's the price you pay. Okay, let's have a look at the inside of the box. We get a charger. Now this charger, I've obviously actually charged up my the board. This, I believe, is the faster charger. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems to charge pretty quickly. And that comes with your standard sort of plug, and thankfully it comes with the plug that fits the tie sockets. So that's good. We've also got little XT60 balancing cord. We've got spare screws, nuts and bolts, and more spare screws. We've got a micro charger cable, which I can now add to the 300 other micro cables I've got. We've also got, and this was very impressive, this is the torch that came with it, that is very, very bright, and 2 levels of brightness, and also a flashing. And you can then attach that to the front of the board or the back of the board, should you so wish, by this plate. Seems to do the job. And T-tool, right, okay. T-tool inside, that one does the main trucks from the top. Then we've got a Phillips screwdriver. I've yet to find a Phillips screw on the board, probably hidden away. But when I have further investigation, and under this one here, lift this one up, and there is hex key, very long, and I think there was something else as well in there. Yeah, but why is that not incorporated into that? So if you're traveling anywhere and you take your T-tool, that's going to get lost. Kind of annoying, but surely there should be a way of making sure that all the tools that you can do your board can fit together and you can take them all in one go. However, possibly the most important thing about the new Ranger is the new remote. Now, I don't know if you can tell on video, but you can see the finish of it. It's a matte black. It's got your 3 buttons, it's got a screen, you've got your lanyard on it, and it is, have to say, very ergonomic. It fits in the hand just well. And the accelerator and brake rotator wheel has got a nice bit of force on it, so that when you're moving and you're going very slowly, this can actually be controlled quite easily, and enables you to get a very nice smooth acceleration, and I found that very useful. Turn it on, you get the bang, and it's disconnected, don't turn it on, but you get a buzz in your hand, and then when you connect the board and you get another buzz, and then you can change it to the 2 modes. You've got an eco mode and a sport mode, and I believe that is the turbo button, but obviously you don't get a turbo on the Ranger. Turn it off and it buzzes as well. Again, charges up through a USB port down at the bottom here very easily. That came at about 80% charged. The interesting thing is the plastic. It feels like a little bit rubbery, but not rubbery, but it doesn't feel cheap. It actually feels good in the hand. And the interesting thing is that when I rode it the other day, I've got my big wrist guards on to protect myself, and then this fits quite easily. I'm not yet at the stage where I can't think of one time during the whole of my ride where I picked it up and looked at the remote. I'm sure that will come with time, but while I'm riding with my skills, I'm not going to be looking at my remote. So, but it's got to say, it fits in the hand nicely, and it does the part. So, when I ordered the board on the 18th, which was right after Chinese New Year, I requested the Ranger with the black top. And straight away, they came back to me and they said, we don't have any left with the black grip tape. We have the Galaxy black tape. And I went, okay, well, doesn't bother me in the slightest, so I'll use that. So I was surprised when I opened the box up And I found out they sent that through as well as a freebie, which was very nice. So later on down the line, should I get bored of my Galaxy, I can utilize this, which is great. Okay. All right, there's the board in all its glory. Now, I'm on the understanding that the back wheels, which I'll just bring into view there, that these are new back wheels. Now, there's been a number of people that have ridden the Ranger and they complain about the noise from the wheels when they're going along. Either that A, new types of wheels, or B, I'm deaf. Yeah, I'm heading towards the B at the moment because, yeah, my hearing's gone. But certainly from a perspective of making noise, I didn't feel that they made any noise. There's been a number of people that have been talking about and saying, oh, they're not the best wheels and you should put these tramper wheels on them or whatever it would be. Seriously, I was not bothered by that in the slightest. When I wanted a board, I'm not that interested going the top speed. I will go along at a nice leisurely pace and I will go for quite a distance. And I was quite happy moving along in economy mode the other day. Big thing for me is how safe do I feel on the board and how comfortable it is. Well, let's go the safety side of it first. These wheels, the road that I was driving on, wasn't the smoothest of things, yet these wheels did not put a foot wrong at all. They soaked up all of the bumps and the gaps that were in the road, and they didn't make a noise, and I felt completely safe the whole time that I was riding it. Now, to just put this in perspective, I am 56 years of age. I was about 15 when skateboards came into my world, and yeah, I tried them, but they weren't really my cup of tea. I was still busy saving up for a motorbike, and when the 16th birthday came along, I bought myself a motorbike. Far more fun, and consequently, here we are now, 40 years later, and I still ride motorbikes. However, the fun and the enjoyment you can get about riding an electric skateboard, absolutely brilliant. Okay, there's a look at the back of the board. Obviously this area, this is where you turn it on, just press it, boom, and you get the flashing light. If you then get your remote, turn the remote on, backfire, boom, it's connected straight away. So it doesn't take too long at all, and you can see the display there. And then literally, yeah, that's and obviously you've got a reverse button down here, so you can click that. Once you click the reverse button, you also get a buzz on the remote, so you know that you've done it. Put it back. So you'll see there, that's on the full and very little vibration on the board itself. I notice that the wheels, if I just turn it over to the wheels, you know, they're not 100% true, but I certainly didn't notice anything when I was riding it. However, this area, obviously, battery, you've got your little, and that's, I quite like that because that's quite stiff for your battery connect, and that feels like that's going to stay in there and keep the battery compartment waterproof. Now, here's an interesting thing. We're talking about the T-tool. So here we've got a double. Now, so if we're changing these, or oops, get the right size. turn these so you can tighten or loosen them. Fine, not a problem on the top. However, you cannot get into the bottom one. And again, exactly the same on this side. Yes, you can tighten them up. You cannot get into this one. So you will need to have some sort of adjustable or normal spanner to adjust these. So you'll need to take that out with you the first time you ride so that you can start adjusting the trucks to the level of your comfort and ability. Also, while we're just talking about that, you notice these, I'll see if I can zoom in on these screws here, but, so, them screws there, well, if you were out, or you were wanting to do a little bit of messing around, this tool, yeah, that doesn't fit, so that's no good, so you need another tool for these. Now, if any of you have watched the Daniel Kwan trip across China, which is fairly entertaining, and he does a good job of messing about with these boards, I believe they took about 3 or 4 separate battery packs, and they would undo these, put the battery pack in, and then go away and travel around. So you'd need a separate tool for that. As you can see from the bottom here, again, I'll try and get in as close as I can, but it does look very watertight, and I have to say the actual finish on the board on the bottom is very impressive. It is very impressive. So overall, absolutely fabulous. I've not yet got these set up. I thought that I would need to get them a little bit looser, but the reality is I think I need them a little bit tighter. But certainly the speed I was going, I was having no handling problems whatsoever. So where we're actually going today is a bridge that is being built out into the sea at Bangsaen, and it's got its own dedicated cycle path. So let's just have a quick look at it from above. So away we go. Not very quickly, but we're at least run away. Now this road was basically built out into the sea, so they basically put a bunch of girders down and then concrete slabs on top. So they're all sectioned off, so as you're driving down the road, you're going over these big gaps between the concrete slabs. Let me just say that the Ranger performed brilliantly, no problems whatsoever, didn't throw me off. You can barely see it, but as you can see from the road, it's not in the best condition. and although it appears I'm going really slow, I was moving along very quickly. Thank you very much. I'm actually catching up on a cyclist there, and now I have a chance to have a quick look to the right. Now, this was the first time that I have ridden the skateboard with a camera in my hand, so possibly not the best cinematography. As you can see, I'm wearing my knee pads and my helmet and my elbow pads and my wrist guards, making sure that I'm all safe. Sea was nice and calm, but it nearly always is down that area. Very rarely does it get any sort of big waves. You need to go a little bit further down to get a wave. I'm going to do a U-turn here and come back on the other side. Now that the wind was against me, I was actually able to push the board along a little bit quicker, or give it a little bit more power. Whether I was going any faster, I don't know, but the wind was actually quite strong. This side of the road, not as good as the other side of the road. However, again, no noise from the wheels in reality. Very safe, very secure, no wobbles. A lot of people in Thailand have not seen an electric skateboard, so when I did go past people, I got lots of thumbs up and lots of smiles. And as you can see there, the sun is not back very high in the sky. It's just around about 7:30, 7:45 in the morning. The dawn was rising, I think, at 6:35, so it's still fairly early in the morning. This was done at a weekend, so the traffic actually looks quite sparse there, but it did build up very, very quickly over the sort of 2 to 3 hour period that we were there. It is a fabulous place to go if you want to just ride a bike or ride a skateboard, or just go for a run. There's lots of people running as well. Good news about it is that where we're actually stationed, or where the VW is a coffee shop that also sells food as well. And apparently these are spotted all the way along the route, which lasts about 24 kilometres, I believe. This is me going really slow, and it is on a slow motion film because my friend thought it looked cinematic. I don't know if I agree with him, but there you go. My view, brilliant skateboard. If you want to buy one, go out and buy it. You'll have as much fun as you ever can legally. Thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, please press the button, and see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.